he approached, her mother turned and smiled. "Darling, do come and join us. Lord Hampton was just telling us about his son Robert's exploits in India." The old man's face lit up as Robina walked across the lawn towards them. "Robina, my dear, how lovely you look," he said, and almost immediately began to cough. Lady Melville signalled to Newman to bring a glass of water. The Earl was bright red in the face as he gulped it down. "You will have to excuse me, my dear, but I fear I am not as well as I could be. Those blasted doctors know nothing and cannot help me." Robina looked on in dismay as he struggled to compose himself. She had known the Earl since childhood, and as a girl had played with his sons Robert and Ellis. Robert, the elder of the two brothers, was in India with his regiment, and she had not seen him for ages, not since he was sent away to Eton, in fact. After Eton, he had gone to the Royal Military College at Sandhurst, and from there had been sent on a commission to India. Robina had often wondered how he was. She could remember him as a tall, plain boy who was incredibly fond of horses, as she was herself, and who was forever getting his brother Ellis out of trouble. Ellis had been born bad, and looking for trouble, she reckoned, and had not been seen locally for some time. Ellis, it seemed, was in London. Lord Hampton finished the water and then snapped his fingers. Almost immediately his manservant was by his side. "Fetch the carriage, Brocklehurst. We're returning to the castle." The castle. Robina longed to be asked to see it, but had heard from gossip that it was a shadow of its former self. The ageing Earl had not the time nor the money for it, and it was said that its once magnificent tower was crumbling. "You have to leave us so soon?" her mother was saying with a concerned look. "But you have barely had a chance to tell Robina about Robert's adventures in India." "I am sorry, Lady Melville, but once this coughing comes upon me, I need to retire." They watched as the Earl was helped away. "Poor man," sighed her mother. "He really is very unwell. And you, Mamma, you are looking pale. I noticed it yesterday evening." Robina took her mother's arm and looked into her grey-green eyes searchingly. It seemed as if the light had been extinguished in them. All her pain was visibly etched on her face. "I'm fine, my darling," she answered with a smile. "You must not concern yourself unduly." Almost as soon as the words were out of her mouth, a look of agonizing pain crumpled her features. "Mamma?" But she did not answer. She simply clutched at her stomach and folded in two. "Is everything all right?" It was Robina's father. He had been watching his wife closely all day, and his eyes had not left her face for a second. Upon seeing her wince, he had rushed to her side. "I must insist that you retire at once, Pamela." No, I shall be fine in a moment. Oh, my guests! I must see to my guests." Once again her face contorted in agony as the pain shot through her. Robina could not help but start to cry. "I must not allow Mamma to see I am upset. I must not," she said to herself as she turned away. But the pain became too much, and eventually Mamma had been taken up to her room and the doctor called. Robina was told by her father to remain downstairs and talk to the guests, but even as she laughed and smiled with them, she wished she was by her mother's side. The party had come to an early end as the guests, sensitive to the plight of their hostess, drifted off before the sunset. After Robina had said goodbye to the last one, she ran upstairs to be with her mother. The grave look on her father's face had told her all. "Darling, now you will need to be very brave. Your mother is never going to recover. The doctor has found a tumour in her stomach, and they cannot operate." At that moment, Robina's world had fallen apart. From that time on, her dear mother was bedridden, and the regular routine of nurses and doctors became a part of everyday life at Trentham House. Robina gave up her studies and devoted herself to caring for her mother as best she could. She was at her bedside when she died, holding her hand as the poor woman gasped for breath. Robina cried as if her heart would break. Nothing, had prepared her for the complete and utter desolation.